this word is so wicked, it got my mind gone. But we been flipping through scriptures, it got my mind blown. And since we back on the mission with our forefathers' traditions, and we been painting the pictures like the time drawn. Yeah, this word is so wicked, it got my mind gone. But we been flipping through scriptures, it got my mind blown. And since we back on the mission with our forefathers' traditions, and we been painting the pictures like the time drawn. I done been tried in that fire and made it out.
Hey, shout out to everybody tuning in to the Real Underground Radio.
Right. That's
all right, hey, we back. All right, let's talk true. We back, man. Hey, I know y'all been missing us. You know what I'm saying? The past couple of weeks, we had to do the pre-recorded episode.
Yes, sir.
And last week, we was absent. You know what I'm saying? Hey, brothers in Arkansas catching the coronavirus, man.
Right.
I'm telling, matter of fact, when you know what I'm saying, one of the brothers on the panel, you know what I'm saying? Nah, he ain't got it. But he might, I don't know, because he ain't here. You know what I'm saying? He ain't here. But, hey, we back. And we back with a bang, man. Today, the show today, it's going to be, hey, I'm telling you, it's going to be something else. But before we tell you what the show is, let us introduce ourselves. All right? You got myself, Officer Emmanuel.
Officer Baruch.
Officer Jeremiah.
Officer Jonah.
I know y'all never seen this guy's face before. Put the camera back on this guy. All right? He is, you know what I'm saying, burnished brass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Christ-like.
Officer 20, good leader in Arkansas, man.
Right.
You filling in for Officer Isaiah. Hey, Officer Isaiah, you might, hey, depending on how you do today,
Man.
brother, I don't know. You know, but he be having captivity. He be having to go to work and stuff around this time. So, you know, it is what it is. But he able to fill in today, all praises.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, let's talk truth. The topic today is going to be toxic trends in the black community. Toxic trends in the black community. Let's get the definition of toxic real quick. Because this is a word that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people our age and stuff throwing around today. You know what I'm saying? Especially on social media, people like kind of take pride in being toxic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get the definition of toxic. Go ahead.
Definition of toxic. Poisonous. Let's get
Hit the arrow.
Hey, zoom in a little bit. There you go.
All right. Venomous, virulent, noxious, dangerous, destructive, harmful, unsafe, deadly, lethal.
Right. So these is meanings of the word toxic, which, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the stuff that's going on, we must examine. It's the stuff that's going on with the black millennials in Generation Z. Is it beneficial? Is it productive? Is it praiseworthy? Or is it considered deadly, dangerous, poisonous to our community? Let's see. We're going to examine that thing today. But before we get into that, you know what I'm saying, we got to deal with the reality radar. In the reality radar, we deal with, you know, basically news and stuff in the headlines that's prevalent to our community. Now, y'all know we got to address, the reason why we got to address this thing right here, because even herself made a statement. She said, events like this, stuff that take place like this, is what creates it creates, you know, vibes and stuff in our culture. It creates, you know what I'm saying, the move. And that's exactly what's going on, you know what I'm saying, with this thing that took place with this famous couple. Can we get that the first, is it what, a video? Yeah, the Facebook video. All right, y'all know what I'm talking about. Will, Jada, August Alsina. Let's get that Facebook clip up. Now, they talked about this on Patient Saints Radio this morning. So the trending topic word is, it starts with an E. I'm going to let her say it. Play the clip.
It's not.
I think, so I mean, because this is your red table and you like brought yourself to the red table, I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened.
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August, that's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes.
And then tangle. Hold on,
Relationship.
stop right
Yes.
there. So, let's look up that word. Now let's look up the word adultery, because unless let's say you're not caught up to speed of what's going on, right? Basically, you have this singer named August Alsina that was popular like 6-7 years ago, and then he got sick and kind of fell off the scene, right?
Right.
So when he got sick, somehow he ended up consulting with Jada Pinkett. I guess she got a secret doctorate degree or something.
Right.
Right.
So he somehow ended up seeking medical assistance from them, and it ended up turning to a romance thing. So we had an interview with Angela Yee, spilling all the beans, letting them know what they had going on. So she got her little thing, the table talk or whatever, brought
Right.
her husband on there to, address the issue. So the trending word, like we just brought out, was like she just said, is entanglement, right? So now we know this word. This is a biblical word, adultery. Can we get it on the screen? Adultery is a crime. Adultery is a major sin worthy of death in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So let's read the definition of adultery.
Adultery, voluntary sexual intercourse between a married person and a person who is not his or her spouse.
So, you know what I'm saying? That if a person is married and they have sex with somebody that's not their spouse, that is adultery, right? So now you got people that could be trying to be technical and be like, well, she didn't say that they did this or whatever. They didn't have sex. People coming to her defense. Entanglement. It was just an entanglement. Let's see what a synonym for adultery is.
Infidelity, disloyalty, entanglement.
What?
Entanglement.
So she telling you I was in adultery
Right.
with August Alsina. Now let's get the definition of entanglement. Click on entanglement. For real, you ignorant black folks, you black women especially that's taking up for her, failing to realize that she's saying, I'm a cheater, I'm an adulteress.
Right.
By saying what she said, read that. The second dot, the first dot.
All right. A complicated or compromising relationship or
A
situation.
complicated or compromising relationship or situation. So she compromised her marriage, you know what I'm saying, in a complicated way with the singer August Alsina. That was her entanglement. It wasn't no people be trying to be extra technical and stuff. Go ahead.
You want to be truth about it. She was trying to be a head doctor. That's all it is, bro. You said doctor, that's what it is. She was wanting to mess around with another man. Because the law tell you if you're going to separate from your wife, right, for time to get your mind right, you ain't supposed to go sleep with somebody else.
Exactly.
You're supposed to still communicate with your husband, try to fix it.
Exactly. Now let's go back to the clip. Let's finish that clip. So she said, I got into an entanglement.
Right.
Yeah, you was in the midst of adultery against your husband. Go ahead.
I was very broken. Now, in the process of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself. And luckily enough, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. I would definitely say we did everything that we could to get away from each other, only to realize that that wasn't possible.
So we come into the red table. So I'm in the Jada position right now. So
Okay.
you during that time launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so
All right.
Pause.
That's all I want.
Bro, make me
That's
feel
all
good.
I want. So now I want
Make me
y'all to
feel-
listen closely, because I know it's a lot of people on here. Y'all might think we misogynist, anti-women. No, you know what I'm saying? We strictly biblical over here. So we know that. Why is Job 30:30 on the screen? Wow. Okay. Let him know he black. Okay, whatever. So, but anyway, go ahead. I
Bro.
lost my thought, man.
Bro, she said she wanted to feel good.
Right.
Meaning her husband wasn't doing. She wasn't trying to tell. She wasn't trying to tell her husband how can she complete him.
Exactly.
How can she be completed by him? So she had to go to another man to feel good.
Come on, man.
Hey, go to Mark 10 real quick in verse 12. Sis said she wanted to feel good. Let's go to Mark 10 and verse 12. She been married for 25 years, got children and all that, and was willing to commit adultery just because she wanted to feel good. Mark 10 verse 12.
The book of Mark, chapter 10 and verse 12. And if a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another, she committed adultery.
So I know y'all think, well, she didn't marry August Alsina, while she was separated from her husband. No, when in the Bible, when you have sex, that is grounds for marriage.
Right.
So if you separated from your husband or whatever, and you get into an entanglement with another man, that is not an entanglement, that is adultery.
Exactly.
That is the biblical term for an entanglement, adultery. Let's get that in 1 Corinthians 7 that you quoted.
So
Matter of fact, you bring it up.
So the words they use is to try to deceive, like what Bishop class he brought out with the what's the word they use? Anti-Semetic.
Semitic,
Yeah.
right. We gonna get into
So
that
she trying to
too.
deceive these little words out. Read what you got out.
11. 10.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7 and verse 10.
Come on.
And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord.
But the Lord, read.
Let not the wife depart from her husband. But if she depart, let her remain unmarried.
So she ain't supposed to go out and have sex with nobody.
No entanglement.
No entanglements, read.
Or be reconciled to her husband.
Meaning you got to try to fix it. That's what you're supposed to do. Fix it. You ain't supposed to go out and say, I got to feel good with another man. No, that's not what it says. Read.
And let not the husband put away his wife.
And he ain't supposed to put away if they're trying to work it out. They trying to get this right. That's what they supposed to do. Counsel with the people. Counsel with the prophets.
Right.
Don't use your own mind.
Hey, let me get one more script before we move on. Sirach 99. So this is August Alsina error right here. Which, hey, people, brothers in the world, they really don't be giving a damn. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. That was probably his intention from the beginning.
Right.
But when you dealing with other men's wife, because he was acting like he got respect for Will, he got permission and all that. They cleared that up on a little interview or whatever. He didn't have permission. He
But
just
you gonna give
assumed
permission?
that he did because they were separated. And then Jada was like, anyways, the permission ain't, you don't give permission. I give the permission. So with, like you were saying, Will weak as hell. It is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? This the era. This is stuff that we cannot do within the black community. This is toxic activity. So right, chapter 9, verse 9.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 9 and verse 9.
Come on.
Sit not at all with another man's wife.
So it don't, hey, you know what I'm saying? You getting private healing sessions. What
Man.
the hell you think that's gonna turn into? You know what I'm
Look,
saying?
she acting like she a doctor now. This ain't going down.
Exactly. You've been an actress all these years. All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? You got a stethoscope in a no, hell no. Get out of here. The Bible says, "Sit not at all with another man's wife." Read on.
Nor sit down with her in thine arms,
Uh-huh.
and spend not thy money with her at the wine.
Right. Read.
Lest thy heart incline unto
But
her.
that's what will eventually happen. You spending all this time with another man's wife. It's only so long it can be just bro and sis. And, no. You knowing that she's not your blood sister.
Right.
And she's, you know what I'm saying, somebody of the opposite sex that's attractive. Your heart will eventually incline unto her. That's why he was in an interview with Angela Yee talking about some, I'm broken.
Afterwards.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
Get me out of this,
Man,
mother.
get the hell out of here. And hey, I really want to get on dude here too. We gonna spare him today though.
Right.
But this was his era. He said it out. He spent too much time with another man's wife and got entangled. All right, his heart inclined unto her. Read on.
And so, through thy desire, thou fall into destruction.
And that's what he fell into.
He really said he was, because I seen another interview, he said he became even worse after that situation. You imagine 4 years, you fall in love with this lady, your spirit in
That's
her
the
now.
definition of toxic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Death.
Poison. Exactly.
It's fatal to your,
He's
it's
suffering.
poison, yeah.
Exactly.
Fatal to your body.
That's
And she
a
really,
deep ditch.
she really, exactly.
It's-
She
yeah.
really played him. You know what I'm saying? She used him for his little
For his young,
You know what I'm saying? And when
Young-
she
young
had
thug.
enough, I'm going back to my husband and
Right.
just, But really, he really came out with it to push his album because he been irrelevant for 4-5 years. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to the next. And if you got something to say on that, call in 833-878-7234 extension 7.
right. Post your comments
Let's
too.
see if we can get the callers today, because we got a lot to cover, man, with this topic.
Just
all right?
post your comments on Facebook as well.
Matter of
so-
fact, the screenshot of DeSean Jackson. This is also in the headlines as well. All right? Let me get this screenshot up of DeSean Jackson. All right, Jonah.
One of one, which is DeSean Jackson posted a screenshot from Hitler that reads, because the white Jews knows that the Negroes are the real children of Israel, and to keep Americans secret, the Jews will blackmail America. They will extort America. Their plan for the world domination won't work if the Negroes know who they were. The white citizens of America will be terrified to know that all this time they've been mistreating and discriminating and lynching the children of Israel.
Right. So DeSean Jackson, you know what I'm saying, this quote that he posted on his Instagram, he got in big trouble for it. Now the quote is 100% truth, but the issue is that it's not exactly something it's not accurate, meaning it didn't come from Hitler for real. So he got, you know what I'm saying, hammered for quoting Hitler, and then even further hammered by, it's false information. It wasn't even a real Hitler quote, but the fact that you were trying to quote Hitler anyway, you in
Right.
big trouble for that.
I got to.
But what he said was 100% truth. Go ahead.
Is it a number on the top of that? It's out of a book somewhere, right?
Right.
So somebody else had fact. Somebody else did that.
Hey, it is what it is. Let's get the clip now, real quick. A minimum Kellerman. Let's get that clip.
This
up.
guy right here.
Man, this Labrador. I think
Retriever.
retriever. That's what he looked like.
False Hitler, as though he's wise and speaking the truth about Jews. Stephen A., it's as bad as it gets. And here's the problem. The white citizens of America, he quotes, will be terrified to know all this time they've been mistreating and discriminating and lynching the children of Israel. In other words, let me be very clear what this means. I'm from New York, as you are, Stephen A. I understand what he thinks he's saying. There is bad information out there, especially on the streets, by the way, that claims that one of the conspiracy theories goes that white Jews are only claiming to be the children of Israel and intentionally keeping African Americans, black people, in the dark, that they're in fact the real children of Israel, and keeping the world in the dark about that, because that way they can somehow control the world, the white Jews. And that here's what's critical, because he thinks, remember, DeSean's saying I was trying to educate my people, right? He's trying to miseducate them. The white citizens of America, meaning the non-Jews, would be terrified to know all this time that they've been mistreating and discriminating and lynching the real children of Israel, meaning black people. In other words, the white Jews, like in the South, for example, the white people in the South, for example, who also hate Jews. So I'm talking about the ones who were lynching black people. The crimes they committed, they wouldn't have done it had it not been for the machinations of the white Jews, who's convinced them that, in fact, they're Jews and not the black people. Do you understand? It's lunatic, conspiracy, anti-Semitism. Like classic anti-Semitism. That's what he thought. That is the message. What I just said is the message he thought he was educating. So what I need to know from DeSean Jackson before an apology is legitimate is, do you understand that's nonsense? What did you mean by that? Why did you repost Not generally that he quoted Hitler or thought he did, but specifically what he quoted. Until he deals with the message itself, I can't accept the apology, though I'd like to. I'd like him to give me an explanation that may.
So now this was live on, I think they on ESPN, that's first take, right?
Yeah.
So we know the audience that ESPN has, they spent a long time, like 30 minutes, a very long time on that topic. And you got out of this man's mouth, Max Kellerman, basically making ridicule of the facts that black people are the children of Israel. So he was trying to make it seem like it was an attack on the Jewish people in this anti-Semitic. First of all, give me the Zondervan Bible Dictionary real quick. Matter of fact, let me pull that out. I just want to educate y'all real quick because the theory is that black people come from Ham.
He got you, man.
Black people come from Ham, right? That's what they say in the Christian church. But let us educate our people, not miseducate.
Right.
Because there's been misinformation in the church that we come from Ham. No. We are Shemitic our damn self.
Right.
We come from Shem.
Exactly.
Give me the definition of Ham, bro. Let's show the people. That we do not come from Ham. We come from Shem. We can't be anti-Semitic if we Semitic.
Can we show that book real quick?
Come on.
To prove who book this is.
Right.
This ain't our book.
The Zondervan Bible Dictionary.
From the white scholars.
The white man wrote this.
Right.
Yo folks, Max. Come on.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
The forefather of the dark races, meaning the Africans on the continent of Africa, majority of them, right?
Not the Negroes.
But not the Negroes in America. We do not come from Ham. We come from Shem.
Exactly.
So we cannot be anti-Shem. We are anti-them.
Right. That's right.
The fake Jews. We gonna get into that when we come back from break, man. Y'all stay tuned. Stay tuned, man.
Check.
Welcome back to Let's Talk
Talk Truth.
All right. So before we went to break, we pulled out the ESPN clip where Max Kellerman was basically demonizing DeSean Jackson for spreading the truth, even though it may have been, wrongly accredited to Hitler or whatever. Nonetheless, it was a true statement. Trying to negate that with his white, what they call it,
Privilege.
white privilege, basically. You know what I'm
Semantics.
saying? Semantics to say that we anti-Semitic.
Right.
And we, spewing out falsehood or whatever. And he even mentioned to Stephen A. like, you from New York. Basically, he's saying like, you done ran into them
seen
Hebrew
that.
Israelites
Right.
before. You know that they, extreme and hate group and all of that's what he was trying to say.
Right.
So let's play that other clip now. So this brother respond with facts. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of facts concerning the situation. And make sure y'all follow the proper timestamps on this too. All right, play this.
For one, whether that quote was or was not from Adolf Hitler, it specified about black people being the true Jews. Are we not the true Jews, the true Hebrews? Number two, he absolutely was not mocking the Holocaust. Of course not. No one should mock the Holocaust, the murdering and the genocidal murder of anyone, including black people, even though America, you do it all the goddamn time. Number three, the freedom of speech falls under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, correct? Number four, I did not see in the Constitution where it said we have freedom of speech unless we're talking about topics dealing with Jewish people. Five, people don't want to bring up Adolf Hitler, but we are allowed to quote people who enslaved and owned and raped our people. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, Andrew Jackson, all founding fathers of America, but we can quote them freely. Six, it's very interesting to me that they say 6 million Jews died and 5 million others. Who are the others that are not that important enough for you to mention, number one? And number two, how is it that the Holocaust lasted between 12 to 15 years? Those people died, but our Holocaust never ended. Over 100 million of us died, and Israel continues to get reparations to this very day to the tunes of tens of billions of dollars from America, but black people have yet to receive reparations, and you're acting as if you give a damn about black people right now? Yes, Jewish people receive tens of billions of dollars every single year from America due to the Holocaust that happened all the way in Nazi Germany that lasted between 12 to 15 years. But again, America, you don't give black people our reparations. And it's very interesting to me that Jewish groups and Jewish people try to make it seem as though you give a damn about black people, when you know we have more of a right to receive reparations because our Holocaust actually happened here and it has never ended. It's still happening now. So if you actually care about black people, how about you push? Here's the challenge for all the Jewish groups. Push for black people to receive reparations the same way you receive them every single year from America. That's how you can demonstrate that you actually care about us, because you want everyone to care about you all the time. It is horrible what happened under Adolf Hitler. There were black people who were in that Holocaust as well. Absolutely. The over 23,000 black people who were there at that time in Nazi Germany who were forcefully sterilized and or murdered. And by the way,
Was that it? According to the timestamp? No. Keep playing that real quick.
sterilization programs that Adolf Hitler learned, he learned those from California. He learned those sterilization programs from America because of what America was doing to black people under the American Eugenics Society. Do you understand that Adolf Hitler learned a lot of what he learned from what white people were doing to black people?
All right, stop it right there. What was the timestamp right there? Huh? Okay, go to the next one. It's a 4-minute one on there too.
Man, that's
It's,
He put a lot of-
everything that he's saying is heavy, but I want to get it. He scraped some
You
more
want to
meat
get
off
the
the
nitty, you want to
bone.
get the nitty
All
gritty.
right, let's go.
To you and the Jewish control and the Jewish hand in the slave trade of our people, black people. I just have a few questions for you, if you don't mind. Did you own black slaves in the South at all? Did you sponsor and fund the shackles, the chains that went around our wrists, our neck, and our ankles, and the ships themselves? Did you not sponsor and fund those ships that transported a lot of our family members from Africa to here? Were you not the sellers when we were being sold on the auction block to other plantations? Were you not the people who were helping to sell us? The actual auctioneers. You know, we got a nigga here. He's 6'2", very strong. Was that not you? Really quick. For those of you who are saying, well, Reezy, you're
So he brought out all the fact. Now, for you listening on the radio, you ain't able to see the images. When he was posing the questions, he had the answers on the screen. He had images displaying the information, showing the answers to his questions. Yes, they were black slave owners.
Exactly.
Where they own black slaves, Jewish people. They are funded, you know what I'm saying, millions and millions of dollars every year for what happened to 6 million of them.
They had
a number
nothing
they
to
was
do.
throwing around 1948 when they established the Jewish state. And that's a fact that I didn't know. It was 5 million others that died in the Holocaust too. And it was proof that Hitler did the same thing to 23,000 black people over there. You know what I'm saying? And they funded the slave ships. They was the ones saying nigga, 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 sold. I didn't know that. So he brought out all these facts showing that the Jews had a big impact in American slavery dealing with black people. They were the owners, the auctioneers. They the pioneers of slavery.
Hey,
and they getting all that money back every damn year
Exactly.
for that fake Holocaust that happened to them.
What's the dudes, Rochesters or whatever you call them?
The Rothschild.
Rothschild.
That
You went in on
explains
them
that
too,
explains
but I-
why they so rich. Because they started with the slavery.
Hey, and it's crazy because he mentions, he was like, Hitler learned this from the things that the white people did
And
to
that was
black
heavy,
people.
exactly.
That's
Hitler got his whole strategy from
Babylon.
white people
From
in
Babylon.
America.
showing you that the devil.
Give me Revelation 2 and 9.
Bring
man.
it out,
Hey,
man.
Give me Revelation 2
Hey,
and
we
9.
ain't gonna talk nothing but truth
This
over
for,
here.
hey, Max Kellerman, man. This your heritage. You talking
Right.
about you a Jew? You is not a damn Jew. For we the real Jews.
That's
Right.
right.
And that's what you hate. That's why you demonizing
You
DeSean
imposter.
Jackson, man. Come on, read what you got.
The book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Come on.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
So God is telling the real Jews, I know your works, tribulation, and poverty. Meaning I know your slavery, your oppression. You know what I'm saying? I know your lowest state in the land of your captivity. God
Right.
knows. That does not apply to these bank owners that's
Right.
Jewish,
Right.
to these NFL, NBA owners.
They got a
that's
whole
Jewish.
country. We don't.
They got a whole country and they control America.
Right.
Yeah, they got 2 damn countries in control. God is not speaking to them. He's speaking to the real Jews, which is us.
Right.
That's lost.
That's right.
Read on.
But thou art rich.
We really rich because in the end days when the black Messiah cracked the sky, the kingdom gonna be restored to us.
Right.
The same people that they looked at as niggas and speaks and nothing but slaves. Read on.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
God said, I know the blasphemy of Max Kellerman on ESPN First Take. I know the blasphemy of them that say they Jews, say they suffered the Holocaust, and say that they deserve this and this and that, and say that anybody that speak against them is anti-Semitic.
Right.
I know that blasphemy
Right.
that come out of their mouth, read.
And are not.
But they are not the Jews.
That's right.
They are not Israelites. They are Edomites.
Right.
Read on.
but are the synagogue of Satan.
And that's the heritage of Esau.
Right.
That is the race of those white people, from Jewish to European to the American to the British. They all Esau, which is the synagogue of Satan.
Right.
Exactly.
Meaning the damn devil.
That's
yes.
right.
Believe it or not.
You know
Go
what that
ahead.
also mean? That means Christ is anti-Semitic in their opinion, because Christ is letting you know the people in Israel right now are not the Jews.
That's
Or the
right.
black man in
That
America.
is
what that
the
bums
biggest
out,
anti-Semitic statement
Right.
ever. We just read it. Where is it though? Where is it?
The Holy
The
Bible.
Holy Bible.
Right.
Now let's read 3 and 9. Let's see your destiny. Cause you know what's funny? DeSean Jackson has an owner, right? And so by him making out in America, they say you got freedom of speech, right?
Right.
What happened to that? Because he is owned by the Philadelphia Eagles, who has a Jewish owner.
What they say, they bought his house, his car,
Right,
his
exactly.
clothes, everything.
But the table's gonna turn though. Watch, read what you got.
Revelation chapter 3 and verse 9.
Come on.
Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan,
Talking about the fake Jews, read.
which say they are Jews, and are not.
Right, the people that claim you anti-Semitic for saying this. This is again an anti-Semitic statement,
Read.
supposedly
Yep, that's it.
by Christ. Read.
But do lie.
But they lying. They are not the Jews. Read.
Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
Right, when Christ cracked the sky, every knee shall bow. They gonna bow before the black man, black feet.
That's right.
They gonna be bowing down to our feet, and they gonna know he loved us and not them. All right, with that, hey, we got to go to break, man. We going to be back. But all praise to the Most High, man. Don't believe a lot. The dragon Rolf, he's sending a flood throughout this media to deceive our people and rock our people to sleep.
Right.
Do not believe the nonsense and the madness, man. They mad because they know the children of Israel waking up, man.
That's
For real.
right.
knows I got bad habits. Letters to the Corinthians, not to mention my inhibitions be intimate still. Make provisions, I know I need to be disciplined. I pray the Lord don't take my spirit, but replenish and finish the center. I know it's cares tender, but limited. I pray that I'm not bound as nooses that hang, and hope that I am just as loose as my chains. I troop, jumping through hoops. My jukes is insane, yeah, I still trip, miss. I still slip, learning not to be idle, but also practice in stillness. Meditate, I regulate, check on my illness. Death is a submission, I double back with the kill switch. Set it straight, educate, back to fulfillment. This is not my rest shit, I'd rather rest in resilience. Faced with opposition, I battle my inner demons and steady ready, cause you know it's only for a season when dealing with these bad habits. Lord knows I got bad habits. Hey, Lord knows, Lord knows. Lord knows I got bad habits. Hey, Lord knows I got bad habits. Hey, Lord knows, Lord knows. Lord knows I got bad habits. I got bad habits. Hey, Lord knows, Lord knows. Lord knows I got bad habits. Hey, I got bad habits. Hey, Lord knows, Lord knows. Lord knows I got bad.
A supplication made by short steppers, the minor lower stakes, so our brain distort messages, break to swallow up our pride and make more effort, yeah. Or we can talk like brothers and make us both better elevate, not to separate. And I'm making improvements, not to seem reprobate, in hopes that my spirit ain't tuned to acclamation, yeah. And I pray, make me strong as a Lacedaemonian on the undercard with 7 spirit pilgrims. To speak of problems, well, I can name a billion, let that marinate. The things I've seen through the systems, day to day, they always find a way to shift the blame. I'd rather better way, captivate, emancipate, and have my conscience in submission. Eliminate thoughts not depraving inhibition. But if you do, that's not reasonable grounds to predicate all these bad habits.
Lord knows, Lord knows. Hey, Lord knows I got bad habits. Hey, Lord knows, Lord knows. Lord knows I got bad habits. Hey, Lord knows I got bad habits. Hey, Lord knows, Lord knows. Lord knows I got bad habits. I got bad habits. Hey, Lord knows.
What's the grade?
Everybody they want grace, everybody they want grace, yeah, yeah. They don't wanna be the same, son of God, pay your saints, yeah, yeah. Everybody they want grace, everybody they want grace, yeah, yeah. They don't wanna be the same, son of God, pay your saints, yeah, yeah. People won't change brothers, they won't use their bang sisters, and then like the main Israel always acting the same, yeah. People won't change brothers, they won't use their bang sisters, and then like the main Israel always acting the same, yeah, yeah. People won't change, all of the resources are right in your hand. You don't even wanna pick up the Bible, you believe whatever Esau says. It is kind of sad, but prophecy was right, yo.
Hey, welcome back to Let's Talk Truth, man. Y'all
right?
excuse me for my zeal and compassion for my people, man.
Right.
I just got my voice back like yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm up here yelling and screaming.
Hey.
But, you know what I'm saying? I hate, man, when, you know, people try to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, we not telling the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That we in some type of delusion. No. You got people caught up in a strong delusion that Jesus is white, but nobody has a problem with that, even though it's no scripture to prove it.
Bring it
It's
out.
actually a scripture that would more accurately depict him as black. Everybody knows that. But you know what I'm saying? That's not a issue. It's an issue when we speak against people that call themselves Jews,
Right.
but have no proof or prophecy that lines up with them being a real Jews. Man, this world is wicked, man. But let's get into the topic at hand today. All right? Toxic trends in the black community. So earlier we looked up the definition of toxic, right? Toxic means what? Fatal, dangerous, poisonous, deadly, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. All right? Now let's deal with the first toxic trend in the black community, right? That ain't it. I want the screenshot about the Generation Z or the millennials. Millennials get married. It was a screen. I sent everything in order, what I wanted to be on the show.
Hey, look, officer, why they get that? I know we transitioning, but like you mentioned, how they try to say we're wrong and we speaking out that Christ is black when the Bible actually says that. All it takes is Max Kellerman to say, this lunatic, like he's using these words, these trigger words, to really make you feel like you're a lunatic for believing what the Bible actually says. What's the definition of insanity is to constantly believe something that's wrong. Really, you're a lunatic if you believe Jesus is white. You believe the Jews are white, you're a lunatic. The
Right.
Bible says they're
You're
black.
under a strong delusion.
Exactly.
That's what God say in the Bible. Did we get that screenshot yet? It's on the IT page. It say millennials about getting married.
Yeah, they make it seem like you gotta imagine. Just say the
Can
dude.
I get the boosty? Come on, man.
Right.
What's up?
Hey, just
IT
imagine
ain't
this
mess
though.
with me today, man.
Imagine this
God.
though. Just to say, if there was a little, is this it?
Yes, this it.
Okay, go.
Well,
ahead.
go ahead and say what you was finna say.
Nah, we can jump into it, man.
Okay, I'll praise it. So read that, Officer Jonah.
Traditional marriage has been on a downward trajectory for generations, but with this group, it appears to be in free fall. According to a report released last month by the Pew Research Center, 25% of millennials are likely to never be married. That would be the highest share in modern history.
Right, so our people, they live in a great war of ignorance, right? So I know it's a lot of people that's probably ignorantly, you know what I'm saying, listening and feel that way. I ain't trying to get married. Because you seeing toxic ass relationships like Will and Jada.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to end up entangled in that. You know what I'm saying? But that is the foundation of a nation. Marriage is the foundation of building a nation. So by you falling into that illusion of it being cool to no longer get married, guess what, black people? We're going to eventually fall and crumble even worse than we already have.
Right.
After 400 years of slavery. That's their big goal, to break black marriage completely. Now, let's get the article now.
Hey, shoot, marriage stops the prison pipeline. You got the man in the house. They don't want that.
Let's get the article now.
Black marriage. You want me to read from marriage?
Yes.
Marriage has been a declining institution among...
Come on now.
Hey, take us
dawg.
off the screen.
Come on now.
Come on, man.
I tell you, boy, y'all losing y'all job after the day. Go ahead.
Marriage has been a declining institution among all Americans, and this decline is even more evident in the black community. In 2016, only 29% of African Americans were married, compared to the 48% of all Americans. Half or 50% of African Americans have never been married, compared to the 33% of all Americans. After viewing the available data, we can see that although fewer black women are now married, more black women than black men have been married at least once. This is because a higher percentage of black women are divorced and widowed than men.
Divorced and widow, meaning, you know what I'm saying, their husbands got put to death or died. Go ahead.
Also in 2016,
They go into the prison pipeline, you know what I'm saying, the war on drugs, all of that. But go ahead.
Also in 2016, just under half of 48% of black women had never been married, which is up from 44% in 2008 and 42% in 2005.
So it's a rising trend. That's why you got women coming out in 2019 talking about I'm a big old freak and I don't need to get married. Let's go down to paragraph number 3. Come on.
Paragraph 3. It is also believed that a large percentage of black men marry white women.
So this ain't just going speaking on a black woman campaign. No, we as a whole are the problem. Black men, it starts with the man. The black man is a big part of the problem. It said it is believed that a large percentage of black men marry white women.
Wow.
Go ahead.
This is often cited as one of the causes of lower marriage rates among black women. This, however, is only partially true. While black men marry white women at twice rate the black women marry white men. In 2017, only 15% of black men were married to non-black women, which is up from 11% in 2010.
So that is also a rising trend. Go ahead.
About 3/5 of those non-black women were white. So there is evidence of an increase of black men marrying out of their racial demographic.
It is an increase of black men indulging in interracial marriage. Go ahead.
As a matter of fact, the Pew Research Center released a report finding that 25% of black male newlyweds in 2013 married non-black women, compared to 12% of black women who married out. However, Asian women and Native Americans still have higher rates of interracial marriage. Black women were the least likely to marry non-black men at only 7% in 2017, and only 4% were married to white men.
So let's get that in Toby, Rick. Matter of fact, let's get them screenshots up first, just to show they got the reason why it's becoming a rising trend is because you have public figures, you know what I'm saying, that's popular that promote this stuff. I remember like when I was, probably about 8, 9, 10, listening to rap music, that's all I did.
Right.
And I just started hearing like over and over again, I got a foreign broad. I'm riding in the foreign with a foreign. You know what I'm saying? I let them
Christina
Aguilera.
Eric Allen, no Al.
Let's get out.
So now ironically, this brother played in a movie that should have convinced all black men not to go that route.
To
And
get
this
out.
Negro with the damn rap, that don't make no damn sense, bruh. That show you how people jack the hell up, man. Go ahead, keep going. All right, A$AP Rocky, Pretty Flacco.
Everybody in the room white.
Yeah, exactly. Go
He
ahead.
gone mentally too, bro.
Yeah, he been gone. Even Jeezy, somebody that we respected, you know what I'm saying, in the black community.
My president is black.
He be right. He be in a
Asian
victim of Asian
persuasion.
persuasion. Go ahead. All right, Wesley Snipes. Now he played in a damn movie, Jungle Fever. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't got Corona fever. You know what I'm saying? With the woman from Wuhan.
Wu-Tang. Oh.
That's how. Hey, that's how.
Man, look, and he looked like he didn't caught it. Look at him.
Right.
The hell is this?
Man, face.
Go ahead,
gone.
man. Is that it? Okay. Let's get that in Toby. What you finna say, Officer Jeremy?
Nah, I was finna get
Okay, just get that in Tobit real quick, and you go ahead and get your Tobit 4 and 12. So let's see what the Bible says about black women, black men, and women too, marrying outside of their race. Let's see if that is a toxic trend according to the Bible. Read.
The book of Tobit, chapter 4 and verse 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
Chiefly meaning more important than anything else. Make sure you take a wife of your own fathers, meaning of your own kind. Read.
And take not a strange woman to wife,
Read.
which is not of thy father's tribe.
Come on.
For we are the children of the prophets.
Read.
Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Believe it or not, black man, you think that you just, your biggest role models was Martin Luther King or George Washington Carver or something like that. No, you are the children of the prophets, the most famous men in the earth. They the ones that wrote the most popular book in the world, the best-selling book forever and ever.
Right.
That's right.
Those were black men. Those are your fathers.
Right.
So you ought to take a wife that comes from those people. Read on.
Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred.
Come on.
And were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land.
Read.
Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren.
Love your people. Read.
And despise not in thy heart thy brethren.
What did it say?
Despise not in thy heart thy brethren.
Read.
The sons and daughters of thy people, in not taking a wife of them.
So God just revealed something to us. When you do not take a wife that comes from your own people, your own lineage, you despise your people in your heart.
Right.
You hate your damn people, man. For real. Go ahead, officer.
Bro, like it's heavy, as you said, about how our people don't love one another. God say he talk about it. He talk about his people. Give me 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 14. Because this is God's people today. You know what I'm saying? Baby mama, baby daddy. We wonder why we got all this stuff going on in our community. And then you got hatred in our community. But this is what God said about his people. Read what you got.
The book of 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 14.
So this is us, read.
Having eyes full of adultery.
Because we have eyes full of adultery. Because look, guess what? That first woman you was supposed to lay down with was actually supposed to be your wife. That first man you was supposed to lay down with was supposed to be your husband. But now you see with Jada Pickett and all this, they don't care about that. We have eyes full of adultery, read.
And that cannot cease from sin.
And we can't cease from sin, read.
Beguiling unstable souls.
Uh-huh.
And heart they have exercised with covetous
They exercise what?
Covetous practices.
How they exercise covetous practices? You actually you want to go after the white woman. You want to go after that. You want to go after that other man. That's what you want. This is what our people are doing today. But guess what? They following all the ways of unrighteousness. When you read on, you get into that. But this is our people today.
All praises. Let's go back to the article, man. All praise to the Most High. Let's go back to the article real quick. We need paragraph number 4. All right. Speedily.
All right, the third.
The 4th paragraph. Is that where we at? Go ahead.
In 2012, the U.S. Census Bureau released a report that studied the history of marriage in the United States. They discovered some startling statistics when calculating marriage by race. They found that African Americans aged 35 and older were more likely to be married than white Americans from 1890 until sometime around the 1960s.
Right, so for a long period of time, we were more likely to get married than the white race in America. Read.
Not only did they swap places during the 60s, but in 1980, the number of never married African Americans began a staggering climb from about 10% to more than 25%.
You know why? Because in the 1980s, that's when they brought forth the drugs, the music industry, Super Freak with all them foreign women on there and a white woman. All of those influences to drive our people to stop getting married. It's a crafty counsel to destroy us, man. Go ahead.
While the percentage for white women remained under 10% and just over 10% for white men.
All right, so drop that. Now let's go to the next toxic trend. So now, as you can see, you know what I'm saying, these influences or whatever that you think you just going with the flow and time changing, no, it's designed by your enemy, your oppressor, to destroy your nation, stop you from rising up. If it wasn't for the men in purple and gold that you see right now,
Get out.
we would have eventually lost full touch with the idea of marriage completely.
Right.
It would have been a whole bunch of Will and Jada and entanglements and open relationships, swinging, all of that. All right, now let's deal with the next toxic trend. So it's the new generation of parenting, So all of a sudden in 2020, you know what I'm saying, our people feel as if, and it's dealing with the Hispanics, which is our people, the northern kingdom of Israel, right? So we've come to the point where, you know, I'm going to let my kids do whatever they want to do. You know
Follow
what I'm
your
saying? Let's see
dreams.
if that's, you know, beneficial, productive, or toxic. Let's play that.
What are you gonna do? Dude, you better not fuck it up.
So basically, you know what I'm saying, a woman catch her teenage daughter sneaking out on a date or whatever, and instead of her being like, I caught you, sit down somewhere, she like, don't F it up, meaning put it on them.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's the parenting of today.
Wow.
Let's play the next one. Let's play the next one real quick. Watch this.
It's a metaphor. You put it on the wrong side. Oh.
So the young sister, right? She doing a
Prank?
a little prank, I guess. Is she putting a cigarette in her mouth on the wrong side? So when she saw that it caught her mama attention, she reacted like she was finna get in trouble. Like, no, it's a metaphor. And the parent was like, no, you got it on the wrong side. Put it in your mouth the right way. So basically, she condoned the smoking of cigarettes for her child.
Just dumb.
Which is dumb as hell. Now let's get to you know, this could be, you know, beating a dead dog or whatever, but, you know, we got to bring this up. Let's get the Dwayne Wade clip, man. I know this is so last month, but, you know what I'm saying, this is a product of this new trend of, I'm going to let my child live their truth while they're a damn child.
Right.
Don't make no damn. You supposed to mold your child. Your child can't, man. Watch this. Play that, man.
Beyond her 12 years, because when you hear
Now
more
pause
of that
real quick.
conversation,
Pause real
got
quick.
to.
Because this Good Morning America, you got the black woman, you know what I'm saying, on here talking about, it's such a good thing what you're doing for your daughter. That ain't no damn daughter.
Right.
You got a damn dingaling, man. His name's Zion. He is a man. She really sitting up here seriously
Come on,
referring to
D-Wade.
this son of his as his
her
daughter.
she.
Don't make no damn Good Morning Babylon. That's the
Right.
real
That's
name of the
right.
damn show. But go ahead.
in the golf cart, and you said that she helped you and the family have a better understanding and helped you with this. How was she able to do that?
Well, she is our leader, and I think
Wait a
when-
minute.
Hold on,
minute.
Pause it right there.
You can't
Oh,
just
You can't just slide. You can't just
no.
slide. You can't just slide back.
You see, you
right
know
past
what
that.
happened, man? When they took paddling out of schools, it just destroyed our people.
Right.
That boy need to get his butt whooped every day for the rest of his life. Every day.
Bro,
Wake up just whooping him.
Basically he's saying I let my son, which is my daughter now, usurp authority over my household. Keep playing.
You had of nothing.
You said that she helped you and the family have a better understanding and helped you with this. How was she able to do that?
Well, she is our leader, and I think when the conversation we had, the one thing about it with parents is have conversations with your kids. You know, Zaya early on knew two things. She knew straight and she knew gay. But Zaya started doing more research. She was the one who sat down with us as a family and said, hey, I don't think I'm gay. And she went down the list and said, you know, this is how I identify myself. This is my gender identity, right? I identify myself as a young lady. I think I'm a straight trans because I like boys. So it was a process for us to sit down with our daughter and find out who she is and what she likes and not put something on her, because as parents, we put our hopes and we put our fears on our kids.
Right.
And with Zaya, we decided to listen to her and she's leading us along this journey.
You didn't have to.
All right, enough of that. I got to get a
seal
scripture
looking
before we
self.
go to break, man. Go to Sirach 22 and 10, man. So basically, now just to clear this up, it's no such thing as a damn straight trans or a trans at all. That's gay. If you a boy and you like boys, you gay. You can't transition to a female and now you straight because you like boys because you a girl. No,
that don't
you a
make
damn
sense.
boy that like boys. The hell is this? Read what you got. Sirach 22 and 10, man.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 22 and verse 10. But children being haughty through disdain.
So children being haughty, behaving themselves effeminately, you know what I'm saying? All super sweet and all of that. Children being haughty through disdain and what else?
And want of nurture.
Want of nurture means lack of nurture in the Bible, meaning lack of proper parenting. That's showing you that this trend is toxic by lack of proper parenting. Meaning put the rod on your children, set them straight when they going off, coming with that nonsense. Through the lack of doing that, applying the proper discipline as a parent, read on.
Do stain the nobility of their kindred.
It ruins the reputation and the viewpoint of our race. It makes the whole entire black race look bad. That's how we look. We look like a whole bunch of men turned queens. What the hell is
So they
this?
say gay is the new black. That's the saying.
The Bible said that trend is toxic, man. What you finna
It's
say?
crazy, like how so far we falling. Like we went from Abraham commanding this household as a man, you know you the leader of your house, to now look, she's the leader.
She's the head.
She's our leader. Like man, this is crazy. We gotta
let
repent.
a little gay boy that ain't even a full teenager yet call shots. Then he don't even know what. Exactly.
He need to get beat every
So if he
day.
likes girls, he's a lesbian now. If he was to, if he
Right.
liked girls, it's confusion.
That's
Come on now, dog.
Babylon.
That's Babylon, man.
Let's
That's
go to
the work
break,
of the
man.
devil.
Let's go to break. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned.
Don't do it.
I gotta keep my integrity. I gotta walk like a man. You better speak up when you talk to me. You better lift up your chin. I'm about to take over the globe. I got the whole world in my hand. I've been here before, that's the reason he sent me to do it all over again. I gotta keep my integrity. I gotta walk like a man. You better speak up when you talk to me. You better lift up your chin. I'm about to take over the globe. I got the whole world in my hand. I've been here before, that's the reason he sent me to do it all over again. Can't take you serious, you acting petty, making me laugh like Ed and Eddie. Run out the truth when things are too heavy, like Kevin Hart, he wasn't ready. I take a bullet, I die for my people. You pull the trigger just to get equal. Most of you people fall out cause it's hard. Take pressure like Joe, I'm on my job. I can't believe it, in spiritual Egypt, my people are evil than ever before. They kill a nigga for chicken like damn, bruh, I can't even walk to the store. They be out here screaming, Jesus, I love you, when I know that it's a whole bunch of noise. I can make the world do whatever I want with the spirit of Christ. I got the force. I gotta keep my integrity. I gotta walk like a man. You better speak up when you talk to me. You better lift up your chin. I'm about to take over the globe. I got the whole world in my hand. I've been here before, that's the reason he sent me to do it all over again. I gotta keep my integrity. I gotta walk like a man. You better speak up when you talk to me. You better lift up your chin. I'm about to take over the globe. I got the whole world in my hand. I've been here before, that's the reason he sent me to do it all over again.
This is a limited edition. No more crack cook in the kitchen. You cannot fathom the picture. The gods on the earth, the immortals are with you. You cannot even the odds. See that the kingdom is ours. Better make haste, you'll be down if you're not keeping these laws. I'm fighting these demons, I'm fighting these heathens. Got a long way to go. Whatever was written was always written. Zephaniah against the ropes. Confusion of faces like mannequins. Arranged things like Mandarin. That probably went over their ears. But I'm back again, demolition, man.
I gotta keep my integrity. I gotta walk like a man. You better speak up when you talk to me. You better lift up your chin. I'm about to take over the globe. I got the whole world in my hand.
I've been here before, that's the reason he sent me to do it all over again. I gotta keep my integrity. I gotta walk like a man. You better speak up when you talk to me. You better lift up your chin. I'm about to take over the globe. I got the whole world in my hand. I've been here before, that's the reason he sent me to do it all over again.
That boy Kanye, he a con. Confused, the blackity blonde. I think he was in Vietnam.
Hey, welcome back to Let's Talk Truth. For real. So, hey, we continuing on with the topic, toxic trends in the black community. So, hey, I told y'all, man, this show was going to be something else today. So if you want to put your 2 cents in, man, look, call in 833-878-7234, extension 7, all right? Call in. Your voice can be heard on Let's Talk Truth Radio. So now, we just basically segue because we dealt with the toxic trend of, marriage falling apart in the black community, and then the failed parenting. And on the back and the tail end of that, it was Dwayne Wade dealing with his son, who is trying to choose to be a woman now. So we're going to deal with the trends that are a part of the agenda of emasculating the black man. Let's get the definition of emasculate, because I know, hey, that ain't a typical Negro word, right? We a lot of people listening might not know what that means. Let's get the definition of emasculate, please. Emasculate. Go ahead.
Definition of emasculate. Deprive a man of his male role or identity.
That is the agenda in America towards the black man. It is to deprive the man of his damn manhood and from identifying as a man. They trying to take away gender completely and trying to take away the leadership role of the man in the house. No, you're not the leader. No, it's 50-50. No, matter of fact, the woman has control. No, matter of fact, the damn child is the leader now. Dang. They really trying to emasculate the black man. Read the definition number 2.
Definition 2. Make someone or something weaker or less effective.
They trying to make the black man weak as hell in America. Effective. And that's what's going on. And less effective, right? Right. So now let's deal with that article. Matter of fact, I don't even want the article. I just want y'all to see, you know what I'm saying, the cover of the article. Just to show y'all what I'm saying is truth. The article with Pharrell on it. Right. So, this is the new masculinity issue. All right. And on the cover by GQ, we all know about GQ, right? They got Pharrell on the cover. And it's him wearing the big bubble, ugly ass dress coat thing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they're showing you their agenda right there.
Right. So GQ mean ghetto queen.
Right. Gay queen.
Okay.
That's what that means.
Gay queen.
And they got a black man with blonde hair and a damn bubble coat dress saying that is the new masculinity. Basically, they toning us down from being tough and rough to being, now the new tough and rough is blonde hair and high-pitched voice. All right, let's get the what I want after the pictures of the rappers. Let's get the pictures of the athletes and the rappers. These is people that, the role models in the black community that our people love, idolize, and look up to. Let's see their apparel, all right, with the trends that they're pushing in their attire. So you got Odell Beckham, right? One of the most athletic dudes ever to touch the football field. Dude tight as hell on the field, but he whack as hell off the field wearing a skirt. Look at this.
But he
and that's
bold
anyway. Right. Now notice these is like the biggest, you know what I'm saying, white America fashion.
These are the people who tell us what fashion is.
Exactly. GQ, Vogue. And they got black men wearing dresses and skirts. Let's go to the next one. Here you have Cam Newton. This dude about 6'6", 250, strong football player, run people over. But what he got on? A damn skirt with a bed. Look how he's standing.
Man,
what the hell is this?
His daddy mad at him. I know he is.
Man, his daddy is ashamed of himself. For real. Let's get the next one. Now you got a boxer,
He fell into the
Deontay
pit,
Wilder.
man.
Now this was before his last fight that he took the L.
So he got some sense
probably
knocked into him since
judgment.
then.
Huh?
He got sense knocked into him after that.
Right.
Because he had that video he
Most
had.
High put the spirit on Esau
Hey.
to knock some sense into
Yeah,
his
he-
black behind. You know what I'm saying?
Wake
Because
up.
look, you are a boxer. You are one of the toughest black guys in the world, supposed to be, right? And you wearing a damn dress. That's our king? You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the next one.
Sad, man.
So now you got the rappers. Now
Well, we expect this from the first one.
right, we gonna disregard him. Yeah, P. Diddy been did. That's an old picture of P. Diddy wearing a damn kilt.
He had to do that, right? Because that society he in,
Right.
they had to push that on him.
And then you got 2 Chainz, Titty Boy. You know what I'm saying? He wearing a skirt too. And he supposed to be a gangster thug rapper from the South Side. Yeah, from that South Side. Yeah. Then you got Mos Def,
Dang.
a conscious,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, pro-black head ass, wearing a dress.
Look how he's standing.
Look how he's standing, man.
Emotional.
Come on now, dog.
Central
on.
Brothers, man.
Let's go. Let's get the next one.
Where the real men stand up. That's
Right,
what
and
we
of
need.
course, this.
Come on, man.
I ain't like dude before I knew
Hey,
the
man,
truth.
come
bruh.
on.
Bro, he
this-
just defeating everything, bro.
Bruh.
Why he got the bow leg? What's up with this?
Nah,
Bro,
that's the only thing you noticed?
Bro, no, I ain't trying to look all up there.
out, man. What's
I'm like,
up?
he got to
Man,
do all
look,
that.
Hey, for y'all listening, man, we got Young Thug on the screen. Everybody know, man. He big Mr. Mrs. Jeffrey.
Oh,
And man,
Brother
Oh,
had a
gay
he had a
leprechaun
dress
looking
on the
high-pitched
album.
voice. And the name, his name is Young Thug. A thug is supposed to be hardcore, gangster, tough, rough, and he wearing a damn skirt.
Hey,
Dang.
you know what this remind me of? Gangstalicious.
No, we gon' get to that.
Oh.
We gonna get to that. Now, is that it? Is that all of them?
that's sad right there.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
praise.
sad.
So now let's get the article of Gunna real quick. Now this is an up and coming rapper. He really real popular now. Coming up out of Atlanta with the new generation, everybody know his songs. His name is Gunna, which means he will gun you down or something, right?
So they
He's
got
supposed to be a tough guy. Let's get that on the play. What you was finna say, Ops?
so they got these gay gangs now.
Right. That's really what gang mean. They just left the Y out. Gang. All right, so look. I want the article. Well, you ain't gotta have the article. It's okay. So basically, he wearing a purse, right? And you got people coming like that is gay. You know what I'm saying? But he in response to that, he uploaded another purse. Like, shut up. I got even more purses. This ain't even all the purses in my collection. I'm a savage. I got money. Shut the hell up. Leave me alone. Now I know that he got blonde hair. You know what I'm saying? In a purse. And that's the rappers that we listen to every day and love and idolize.
New masculine.
He is a trendsetter in the black community right now.
We know he from Atlanta, so we know what influenced him, though.
Right.
All right.
They big on that homosexuality.
Right. Now let's get the Boondocks clip. So now this was years, you know what I'm saying, before we got this wild and crazy like you seeing today. But I guess, I don't know, some prophets was behind the scenes
No.
with the Boondocks.
No.
Huh?
Remember, the Jewish people run that, right? So they pushed this out years ago.
Right.
And
Just to
now
let you know what the
it's
agenda
what's
was
coming.
going to be.
What we
Damn.
gonna make these rappers do.
Just to show you how ignorant you black people are. You watch and love the show Boondocks, but you ain't catch what we was throwing.
Right.
Watch, play that clip now.
Homies over
Now pause. So this, the little Riley, he supposed to be like a little thuggish little boy or whatever. And his favorite rapper, Gangstalicious, started pushing a movement called Homies Over Hoes. Now, for those that can't see the clip visually, instead of just saying homies over hoes, they banging crotches with each other. You know what I'm saying? Homies over hoes.
This is insane.
Right. All
This
it
is
take,
ridiculous.
you gotta think, all it take is a catchy beat, nice outfit or whatever, and you get that on a beat, and after a while, even if you first hear it, you throwing off like, what the hell I am put my. Oh, after a while, like the beat and the homies over her.
Man.
Homie, before you know it,
Bro, you over there singing it.
you over there singing it, man. That was just like the Nene. You know, but keep playing, keep playing, keep playing. Keep
Nah,
playing.
what's that?
Hey, I just forgot mine.
Do the homie. 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 Look at this.
Wait, what the hell are you wearing? Is that a bra?
What? It's just a wife beater.
Where are your pants? Why are you wearing a skirt?
Nah, Granddad. These are gangsta-licious shorts for thugs. See, they got an extra flap with a pocket, so you hide what you want to hide from the police. Kinda hot, right?
You see
Wanna
that?
see
Now
who got your
look,
side?
now he obviously got on a damn bra in a skirt. You know what I'm saying? But
And a purse.
it's always a rebuttal for everything.
Right.
This ain't no skirt, Grandpa. This some shorts with a flap that could fit my strap.
I gotta.
No,
Hey,
nigga,
so
that's
when-
a damn skirt.
So
man.
when they buy the pants and the shirt or whatever, do we have a tag on there to tell you what to say to defend yourself?
Right. I need it.
This ain't that.
So he's
Sad
still
stuff.
able to be tough and wear a bra in a skirt all of a sudden. Go ahead.
But you're carrying a purse.
What? Come on, Granddad. This ain't no purse. It's a gangsta-licious man bag.
That's a damn
What-
purse.
what's wrong?
Earth
Nothing.
all day.
Confusion.
No.
Nah, watch how he
Watch
walk.
this.
This ain't.
What incarnation did he wear?
I don't know. Do you think he's...
On the train to Fagsville? Absolutely. No doubt in my mind. I'm so sorry, Robert. A gay grandson, huh? I can't imagine anything worse than that.
Not Riley. Maybe there's another explanation. Maybe this is some kind of crazy sitcom misunderstanding.
No, wake up. Wake up and smell the gay coffee. All the evidence you could possibly need is right in front of your face. It'll only be a matter of time before that little boy be a grown man. Been over a table with his pants round his ankles. Being entered repeatedly by another man. Choo-choo! Last train to Faggetsville leaving in 5 minutes. Leaving in 5 minutes for that chocolate tunnel hole.
Hey, boy. Something's wrong with Riley. He's wearing women's clothes and carrying a purse. What do you think it is?
All right, let's see. So now go to Wisdom of Solomon, man. Give me Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 12. This is
Sad.
what the Bible say what happened, man. Dealing with your rappers, your entertainers, the people that produce, you know what I'm saying, music, you know what I'm saying, the music, the television, all of that. The people that have influence and are able to mold the minds of the people that spend most of their damn day on social media, which would be, of course, primarily the children, because they don't have a job, you know what I'm saying? They don't have nothing else to do but be on there all damn day. Their minds are being molded. They're being told a vision,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, of what to be and how to be. And after so long, whatever the white man push out on his radio, his TV, his social media, whatever he permits and pushes, is able to mold your child, and that's what's raising your child and teaching your child morals or whatever. Watch this. Read what you got.
The Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4 and verse 12.
Come on.
For the bewitching of naughtiness.
The what?
The bewitching of naughtiness.
It's bewitching because you'll be able to say, this ain't no purse. This a gangsta-licious bag. I'm not talking gay. This how tough people talk now. This ain't no skirt. You know what I'm saying? It's witchcraft. It's a magic trick. How can a purse not be a purse no more?
Right.
That's abracadabra. That's the bewitching of naughtiness, man. To get our people to be naughty. You know what I'm saying? Going against God. Read on.
Doth obscure the things that are honest.
It obscures the things that are honest, meaning apparent, obvious. Bruh, that is a purse. Right. Bruh, that's gay. No, this is gangster. Now, it's 2020. Right. It obscures the things that's honest, man. Your favorite rapper, your favorite entertainer, athlete. They obscuring, they messing up your vision of where you can't see as clearly as you could 20 years ago.
Right.
20 years ago, you knew damn well that was gay, a red flag. If Nelly went in and had a music video wearing that, it would not Nelly going the hell off. You know what I'm saying? But now, Young Thug, you know, no, that's the new lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And the wandering of concupiscence doth undermine the simple mind.
It undermines the simple mind, meaning wears away at all the, the morals and principles you was taught coming up out of the womb, to the point where generations later it's not being taught at all, and it's no foundation there of any godly guidelines and principles at all. So the children don't even, they eventually not even gonna know, that a man is supposed to marry a woman. You know what I'm saying? That a man is supposed to dress like a man, a woman's supposed to dress like. After a while, they not even gonna know, that skirts was made for women.
Yep.
Exactly.
After a while, they ain't even gonna know that no more. Go ahead, Ox.
Hey, so like when we read Deuteronomy 6 and 7, it tells us to train our kids, right? In the morning, when they sleep, when they going to bed, throughout the day. But who is teaching our kids?
TV.
TV.
Bro, I remember growing up, the first thing I did in the morning was turn on music
That
choice,
would,
bro.
you would turn on TV. That's the thing.
The first thing I turned on. The first thing I turned on was MTV, the music videos in the morning. And I'm seeing these Lil Wayne, MTV jams.
Bro, that was it.
That's all we did,
So,
morning and night.
So what's happening now is the what you call it, Esau, the whole communication thing on TV, they're teaching our kids what we supposed to be doing. They're teaching them the ways of gangsterlicious.
That's why they call it programming. They program your mind.
Hey, all
they
praises.
programming. They just programming you how to be more effeminate. Programming you to hate your brother. Programming you to talk. I'm telling you, this is what they doing.
So now when
to
you
destroy your people.
So now when you go in the house to try to guide your kids, you can't, because they did it already.
Exactly.
They persuaded them to do something totally different.
I hope you black people listening. What we're saying is you're letting the white man raise your child, believe it or not. You think it's the rappers, and no. The white man is pushing them. That is their agenda, to mold your child to be a gay gangster thug / man lover.
Hey, just like the sister that gave her kids away
And
willingly.
a young M.A., ooh, lesbian.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Just like the sister that gave her kids away. None of the people, if you're not raising your kids, you don't want them. If you say, go in there and watch TV, you don't love your kids. Because they ain't supposed to be learning from them. They supposed to learn from you. You're supposed to tell them to sit down, shut up. Go, let's read the Bible together. Let's do this.
Hey, so what's a TV? What is it? A television, right?
Right.
What vision is getting told?
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? What vision is your child learning?
Just like 12 years a slave, when they go in their school system, they learn their doctrine, they learn their history, they're learning their
who
same
told
thing
that
on
vision?
TV. Their vision.
This how you know the influence that our people got is so tough. Think about 2 Chainz. We seen 2 Chainz. When we seen 2 Chainz, when he first came on the scene, he was wearing big old clothes, right? That's what we said. Hey, they wearing big clothes. That's what we gonna do. This same person is coming back wearing dresses.
How you go from True Religion jeans that are they don't even make skinny jeans?
Well, what you talking about, Lil Wayne?
How
the
you
same
go from
way?
baggy True Religion jeans to a damn skirt?
Exactly. And when they changed, the
Man,
people
it's the
changed.
white
04, 05,
The
that's
white
what they
man
was doing.
cutting
Big
it checks,
shake.
man.
Hey, so I know we talking about the
Man.
rappers and stuff. We can't forget about the Christianity though, because Kirk
yeah.
Franklin do the same
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
What does it do? TD Snakes will do the same. Dressing, everything.
Bro,
they
that's
pushing
funny.
it everywhere.
That's funny, bro, because even the pastors being effeminized.
Bro,
hey, because
they
they was
get
kind of
controlled.
back in the day.
Right.
Now they wearing tight clothes. Now they all the high-pitched voices. Even the pastors
Even
being
your
effeminized,
pastors
man.
are learning, and not even learning from the book they have every day. They don't
Man,
read.
they don't read. They don't believe. They don't believe in it.
They don't believe in
Let's
it.
let's deal with the Facebook Live comments, man. Let's see what the people talking about online. Let's deal with the Facebook Live comments real quick, man. Let's see what the people talking about. Can we get them on the screen or something? Right. Huh? Both. Let's deal with the Facebook Live. It ain't no way y'all can put them on the screen? Okay.
Come on, man.
So y'all make sure y'all watch your kids, teach them the laws of God. Yes, it does matter what the outside appearance does matter.
Right.
Believe it or not.
Let's get this. Ciroc 1929 since we waiting.
It
on
does
IT.
matter.
Hey, we're Let's Talk Truth Radio is taking applicants for the information technology team, all right? We are taking applicants, man. You available Sunday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., man. Come put in your application. All right. We need a whole new team. A whole new team. Hey. All right, so let's deal with the comments. This on IUIC Arkansas page. Scroll down. We gonna do both, bro. Okay, just read some of them, bro.
Okay, we got Alfred Price said, drop the bomb on that. So, I mean, the people, they understand what we saying.
Right.
Oh.
He telling IT, he giving them a cue.
Right.
To do what they supposed to
Hey,
do.
bro, we open. If you need to,
Let's
don't
go to
apply,
the,
man.
Let's go to the real underground. Let's go to the real underground page. We addressing the Facebook Live comments, y'all. We want to see what y'all got to say. And you can call in too, man. 833-878-7234.
Want to read that scripture real quick?
Extension 7. Yeah, let's read that script real quick.
Nah, 1929.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 19 and verse 29.
That's why y'all worried about the outward appearance and what does it matter with the rapper wearing it? Let's see, read.
A man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance.
So the Bible says a man may be known by his look. Read on.
When thou meetest him.
Come on.
A man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is.
So God says what you wear, your apparel, your attire, show what you are. Meaning, if you walking around with tight ass clothes, a bra, some lipstick, you know what I'm saying, blonde hair, it's showing that you are effeminate. Hey. It's showing that you are not a man for real.
Right.
That it's revealing you're manifesting your spirit by what you wearing. And then that is what God says.
That lack of understanding, meaning God laws. You have no laws of God in you. Exactly. Just like the pastors, they do the same thing. If they wearing it like Kirk Franklin, if you got the skirt on, you don't understand the Bible. You hate God.
Right. Basically saying your understanding is what the white man gave you.
Exactly.
All right, let's get that. Just read the comments, bro.
All right, we got Jordan's is toxic. Money is toxic. Scroll. She knew August couldn't financially take care of her and her family like Will.
Right, that's why she played him. You know what I'm saying? That's why she played him. She went back to her. That was just, she was having fun. He was catching feelings. I'm telling you, man, we gonna do a radio show about you black women, man. For real, we love y'all, but we gotta correct y'all like the Bible say. For real, you black women, y'all very toxic today. Very toxic. Go ahead.
All right, we got confused from Joanna Reed. The people are confused. We got Ezekiel Israel. This is so whack. Babylon must fall.
Right.
That's right. Wait, we got a quote from Z Wade from Tyler Tidwell. I'm not gay. I just like boys.
Right. What
you mean? What you mean?
Hey, that's confusing. The Bible is not about that at all.
We got Eliakim. He said, bro looked like a big bundle of bananas. That must have been for real. For that big old coat he had on.
Right.
He is bananas. He's losing his mind.
Hey, Frank said we don't need rappers. Hey, you damn right. Because these rappers lead not people astray, man. For real. This the real underground radio. You know what I'm saying? People listening to this, listen to these rappers that's leading them astray. So we got to let them know what's up with them, man. For real. So let's drop that. You know what I'm saying? Let's deal with the last article I wanted. I just want to play the video just to show, you know what I'm saying, this toxic trend, really the end of it. Basically, we deal with the lack of parenting leading up into the men wearing gay stuff and all of that, the emasculation. This is the end goal of, the purpose of everything that they doing. Play that. What's the sound of? No, it ain't.
Blend to feminine. We saw that. We asked them what their gender expression was on a scale of sort of masculine to feminine. We saw that for Gen Z, most of them sort of identified in the middle at that spectrum. So it was 41% for Gen Z identified as more in the middle, so more gender neutral expression than we've seen for previous generations. We were talking about how gender fluidity is not a trend. It's really here to stay. And I think, in my role as an insights person, we've done a ton of work to understand this generation and what makes this generation different today than previous generations.
We need to start looking at marketing and marketing to groups not through the lens of gender, but rather through the lens of people. I think brands can start looking at the DNA of their workforce and looking at how representative they are of different genders, but also different ethnicities and general diversity.
This generation is much more fluid in how they think about their expression of gender. They're much more neutral. They have everything's on a spectrum for them. And so, as they're starting to enter the workforce and they're starting to enter politics and they're starting to become like parents on their own in a few years, this mindset is really going to sort of permeate everything that they do, and then they teach both the generations behind them as well as the generations that are, in front of them as well. Right? There's always this halo effect.
One of the reasons we're here is having been shortlisted for the Glass Line for the Genderless Voice. The voice really is a tool for representation and to really bring the gender revolution to the world of technology. We don't have to define ourselves by gender, but rather we can define ourselves by how we like.
Okay, man, there's so much I want to say, but we gotta go to break, so I'm gonna make it short as possible. So this brother, you know what I'm saying, on here talking about basically. Now, this is the agenda of the Caucasians. Don't make no mistake. But, they got a brother on here being a spokesman for their agenda, right? Blindly. So, basically, you know what I'm saying, we want to look at people through the eyes of people and not gender. Does he fail to realize, you know what I'm saying, that it's two different types of people in this, where it's two categories of people, male and female? Basically, what I'm saying is this whole agenda, this whole country is against God. Give me Genesis chapter 1,
Bring it out.
verse 27. I want y'all to pay close attention to what I'm saying. Basically, with this generation now getting into position, people, she said, they starting to become politicians, parents, meaning they're now gaining the ability to pass laws, enforce things, and raise children to be a certain way, to not identify genders at all. No more male and female.
I want it in that.
The hell is this?
That is the whole end result of this trend. Read what you got.
The book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 27.
Come on.
So God created man in his own image.
Who?
God created man in his own image.
Come on.
In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them.
So God created male and female. He made one with the rod and one with the vagina. That's what God did. He did that. You don't have any control over that. You are the clay. Which you can't say nothing to the potter. But that's the agenda of America. That's why it gotta burn. Babylon gotta burn, man. For real. Right? With that, we gotta go to break, man. Don't go nowhere.
Don't do
Let's
it.
talk truth, man. We'll be right back.
Ay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Ay. I see your miracles. I would be lying if you were merciful. You saved me from dying. Most high, you're above, greater than my understanding. If I had one thing to say, it would be, please save me. I ain't praying from hell, I ain't praying from hell, yeah, yeah. Chained up, please help, chained up, please help, oh, oh. I ain't praying from hell, I ain't praying from hell, yeah, yeah. Chained up, please help. Tingling by your belt, I'm on my last thread. If it snaps, I die again. I fell down and got back up. I guess you can call me a just man. I'm searching, I'm looking, I'm holding the ground. Demons chasing, they looking, they hunting me down. And now I'm trying to run away. New demons every day. which will come for me. Esau got this yoke of iron upon me. Temptation now, temptation later. Can you hold the ground or be fired with later? I see your miracles, I would be lying if you were merciful. You saved me from dying. Most high you above, greater than my understanding. If I had one thing to say, it would be please save me. I am praying from hell, I am praying from hell, yeah, yeah. Chained up, please help, chained up, please help, oh, oh. I am praying from hell, I am praying from hell, yeah, yeah.
Hey, welcome back to Let's Talk Truth. Man. So, hey, we dealt with the topic toxic trends in the black community. Hell, we can do a 27-part series to this. You know what I'm saying? For real, we dealt with the bad trend of marriages. Not this generation don't want to get married no more. The bad parenting, the emasculation of the black man, the effeminate fashion and all that, which leads to becoming effeminate, becoming homosexual. You know what I'm saying? Just to fall into the pool of the agenda in which there's no gender at all. You know what I'm saying? You don't call me a he or a she, call me a it or a that. Like the husband said, we was on break. You know what I'm saying? It's very toxic. It's poisonous to the black community. We gotta stop following these trends. We gotta stop going with the flow in America. For real, you black men, you black women, you Hispanic men, Hispanic women, wake up. You are the children of Israel. We was meant to be separate from everybody else.
Right.
All right. So with that being said, we're going to do a poll, right? Did we talk truth or nah? We're going to let the people decide, right? So, question 1. Should most trends in the black community today be considered toxic? Or we should keep following and supporting the current trends in the black community? Once again, should most trends in the black community today be considered toxic? Or we should keep following and supporting the current trends in the black community? So we're going to let y'all answer that, all right? Make sure y'all vote on that poll. Vote on that poll. It's going to be on the Facebook Lives, all right? With that being said, let's get the proverb of the week. So, like I have said, King Solomon was the ultimate OG. People think they be getting knowledge and stuff from their OGs or whatever. But Solomon got a saying just about just about anything, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to what goes on. So, after every show, every topic that we hit, we got a proverb for it out of the book of Proverbs, all right? Give me Proverbs 30 and verse 12.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 30, in verse 12. There is a generation.
So Solomon letting you know, this was, thousands of years ago, but he letting you know it's going to be a generation in the future. It's a generation that what?
That are pure in their own eyes.
They think what they're doing is right. I should be able to do whatever I want to do and call myself whatever I want to call myself. You know what I'm saying? I can wear what I want to wear. And, I can raise my kids. My kids can do whatever they want to do. It's freedom. It's, bondage. You don't want to raise your kids in bondage. They pure in their own eyes. They think what they doing is right and absolutely appropriate when it's actually toxic. Read on.
And yet is not washed from their filthiness.
They're not washed from their toxicity. You know what I'm saying? Being toxic. They are toxic as hell. You know what I'm saying? They think they pure. They think they right. But we are destroying each other following these trends, following these ways in this generation. That is exactly what's taking place in our community. So once again, make sure y'all vote on that poll. Let us know if we talk truth or not. All right? With that being said, like we said, unfortunately, brother got the coronavirus. No, I'm just playing. But I might not.
He don't.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
All's
know.
well.
I'm just playing. He don't got the coronavirus, but he not here. You know what I'm saying? But Upside Isaiah, which is usually here, you know what I'm saying, he does a segment called Client Talk. Now, we know in our community, right, in a barbershop, we talk about everything, all the stuff that's prevalent that's going on with, dealing with our people. Especially now since the sports world shut down, ain't no sports. Now we're actually talking about, you know what I'm saying, real life stuff, real life topics. So we took the show to the barbershop so y'all could see what the clients, the people getting chopped up, what they chopping it up about while they in the chair, all right? Let's get that. Client talk. Come on now, dog. I did all that building up. Y'all ain't ever ready to play, buddy?
Come on, man.
Bach beats.
Hey. We the only team don't play games. Championship rings, need champagne. Babylon can't stop this campaign. Rampage, cause I know why they
All right, so look, the topic of this week is, do you think the trends here in America set by the people that make the music and like our athletes and stuff like that, do you think those trends as far as the wardrobe, what they talk about in the music is toxic to the people, or is it cool?
Greenhouse, the wordplay can't get colorful. The scriptures cutting you the butter too. Not to mention we a living legend, don't know what to do when a myth is standing right in front of you. You better watch and just take notes. The Father sent the flood and a rainbow, but his son coming back with fire, so it ain't gonna be no more scapegoats. Let me tell you what the prophecy.
That being said, what you got?
I think it's toxic because they're trying to feminize like the black man, and as far as the music go, everybody wanna, they popping pills, or everybody shooting 7.62 or 5.56. So man, it's just we're not progressing with it. I think it's really holding us back.
Right. And you said you think it's feminizing the men, or
yeah, cause you carrying purses, your merce or whatever you want to call it is, that ain't it, man. I think, yeah.
So, like, I know you a little bit older than I am. So you remember like a transition from how the rappers used to dress up until now. So what you think?
It's a big difference. It went from baggy and big, extra large, or whatever, to nice, skin tight.
Yeah. They down there wearing leggings, huh?
Yep.
Hey, so look, back then, marriage was like an honorable thing. It always happened, especially even in the black community, right?
Yep.
So, like, in today's time, we don't see too much of that. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, how do you think that affects the black community today, as far as us not marrying our women?
I think it affects us a lot, especially with social media. They feeding us other people not being married.
Right.
Basically,
Babylon has fallen. Here's the wailing and gnashing of teeth.
I think it's toxic to a point, because you see how they gradually tried to do it with, making our comedians dress in dresses, and then it got to a point to where now you see athletes and rappers and stuff wearing fingernail polish and skirts and dresses, but like before they got the money, you don't see them wearing it. You don't see no before pictures of them having it. You see them dressed in, probably coming up having chains on, t-shirts, this and that. Then they get bigger. Then you start seeing, the wild wardrobe, and it becomes like everybody on the media you see repost it, because it's like, oh, he's wearing a dress, or he's wearing this, he got a purse.
Right.
And it's just drawing attention.
So, okay, like with the person, how like they be what's it, like the Chanel purses and stuff like that, like the man bag. What you think about that?
They try to rap about it and try to make it sound like it's, they try to rap about it, say they got money in there, or they got like a gun in it, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's somebody higher up doing that. They got to, because like I said, before the money, you wouldn't see no pictures of them doing it, because it would have been in them already.
All praise to the Most High. So the clients have spoken, you know what I'm saying? They say all this stuff really toxic, you know what I'm saying? And them, just regular everyday people, you know what I'm saying? Average Joes in the world, they they understand and they peep the signs. You know, this stuff ain't right. These trends or whatever we pushing in our communities today, that these rappers advertising and all that, is really destroying our people. You know, it's poison to the black community. You know what I'm saying? But once again, we want y'all to vote. We want y'all to vote. Y'all listening to this show. Did we talk truth or no? You know what I'm saying? Vote on that poll. You know what I'm saying? So when we get back, we can hit those results. All right. In the meantime, in between time, we got to take another break. But please do not go anywhere.
Don't do it.
Stay tuned with Let's Talk Truth. All right.
Shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet.
I was born a king. I was born a king. It take a little more to get me out the way. I was born a king. I was born a king. It take a little more to get me out the way. And in my mother's womb, fashioned to be flesh, ordained to be a prophet. I'm pushing till nothing's left. Fell away from my heritage, trying to retract my steps. Cause all my life's been a fast. The water got me refreshed. Deception, lies, I confess. The reason we still oppressed. No mercy, truth in the land. Dead captive serving the flesh. No longer dead, resurrect. Enemy, I'm at his neck. Alliance work from the prey, the scepter and nothing less. Cause I was born from the greatest of bloodlines. He made us a nation of kings and priests. My forefather was David. I fear him with all amazement. Peculiar people, they hated the power, love, and peace. No knowledge we simulated, but now we doing away with the heathen custom, the hatred. No longer will I bow down and let you cover my greatness and black into the ground. Perfection is how we made us. And if they hating on me, tell them hate some more. I was born a king. I was born a king. It take a little more to get me out the way. I was born a king. I was born a king.
Born a king, ha.
It take a little more to get me out the way.
Check. Evicted from holy status, Jerusalem spewed us out. The most I'm back at the crib, now these heathens wearing us out. 9 to 5 is the cycle, we rest to worship the sun. Castrated the sons of God, now the women up in the front. But we back in our rightful office, them prophets preaching the war. Left pocket packed full of preachers, right hand swinging that sword. We passes into these nations, they say we not human beings. I endure till I wear that crown, cause I'm royal, no not the dream.
I was born a king.
Why take an L like the YOLO letters? You should be.
Yeah. Look, Zay. Hey, false prophets, they twist the scriptures and stop, they won't. Until the real ones arrive and show them how it goes. Boots crack in the ground and demons move with fear. But some demons are stronger and they just reappear. I pray to God that he help me and that I won't fall. Deep thought, little is chosen, but many called. Yeah, I'm scared for my actions, that's why I'm trying to change. Demons choosing when they attack the time and day. My life's a struggle, so I'm writing, hoping you relate. But some y'all can't, cause y'all just snakes that spit up in my face. Young prophet making change, and not just for myself, but for those that need the help. Yeah. Ay, look how it changed from how it used to be. Look how it changed, yeah. We not the same, we know who we used to be. We not the same, no, yeah. Look how it changed from how it used to be.
Hey, this real talk, young prophet. I like this.
We not the same, we know who we used to be.
Turn it up. Yeah. We used to break laws to break hundreds. Cases never solved, first 4,800. Hesitate to leave streets devastating, sheesh. Repenting for my sins, let me meditate in peace. The heat selection like it's heat detection. Trip wire, spit fire in each direction. I grew up with Puerto Ricans, so I know passion. I grew up with fellow demons, we had no compassion. The streets a mess and they got no napkins. We from the bottom like it's closed caption. And I read about Christ, started slow clapping. The old man had the toe taggle.
Hey, Look how it changed from how it used to be.
Look how it changed up.
We not the same, we know who we used to be.
We not the same now.
Yeah. Look how it changed from how it used to be.
From how it used to be.
We not the same, we know who we used to
It's
be.
a major difference. Look, I was fitted to be a king, no cap. I had to snap back. Prophets like Rafiki, they got me back on the right track. Cause I was living life like a Kuna Matata, but took a look in that water to remember my father. Then told myself, you supposed to be a lion king. Honestly, you like 10 times better than who you tryna be. Wanna serve the Lord, you gotta hate sinning. Now I'm a
Hey, welcome back to Let's Talk Truth, right? So, once again, just to refresh y'all on the topic, what I'm saying, from today, it was toxic trends in the black community, right? We discussed a number of things that, our people are becoming cool with and comfortable with, but it's actually destroying our people. It's going to lead to us really not being a race anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but, we let y'all be the judge of that. You know what I'm saying? We let y'all vote on the poll. So now we going to deal with the poll results. We going to see if we talk truth or not. Can we get the poll results, please, on the screen? All right. So this is on the Real Underground Radio. So it was, should we follow the current trend, meaning what's going on, the stuff, being pushed on the media, social media? That was 0%. 100% of the voters said that we should try something different. Meaning what? The commandments, the laws, statutes, and commandments in the Bible.
We never tried it.
Right. There's some we ain't tried that yet. All right, let's deal with the Arkansas poll. So, 91% was likewise agreeing with, the voters on the Real Underground Radio Live. And they said, they agree. We ought to, leave these trends, these toxic trends alone. However, you had one person, not even a remnant, it's just one. You know what I'm saying? They said that we should continue to follow these trends.
Come on, man.
That, that's complete nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I think we prove without a shadow of a doubt.
Right.
That all of these things are unprofitable to the community. But, a lot of our people, they get comfortable in the ways of what they doing. And it's just, to the point where you can't tell them nothing. It is what it is. Give me real quick Romans 12 verse 2. It's for my people, man. All my people listening online on the Real Underground Radio. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand something. In order for a real change to happen in the black community, to uplift us once again to our rightful place in society, we gotta change our minds.
Right.
We gotta come out of the ways of America that the white man is okay and will pay a black person millions of dollars to portray. Understand, if you want to come out from under their oppression, we gotta operate outside of their lines of operation. You know what I'm saying? That means you're gonna have to push stuff and move and promote things that they're not gonna cut you a big check for. You know what I'm saying? But read what you got.
The book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
Right, so God says you cannot be conformed to this world, meaning these men wearing purses and people raising their kids, letting them do whatever they want, letting their kids be the leader, and I don't want to get married no more and all of that. You shouldn't become cool with that. You shouldn't be conformed with that at all. There shouldn't be nothing you would be in agreement with. Read.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
You must be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You got to create a new way of thinking.
Right.
Because America has trained you to think free will, do whatever I want. No, that ain't how it works. When you're dealing with a nation of people, the things that you do have to actually be productive and reproductive. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They have to be productive, meaning there's certain things that you cannot do or it will counterproduct you know what I'm saying, the rising and uplifting of your nation. So we have to be transformed in our mind. Read.
That ye may prove what is that good and that acceptable and perfect will of God.
Because the will of God is, believe it or not, that you so-called blacks and Hispanics rule the earth again forever. But before that can happen, you got to come out of the mindset of a black person and a Hispanic person and come into the mindset of an Israelite.
That's
meaning a law-abiding citizen of God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, hey, all praise to the Most High. Great show. Glad for y'all feedback and y'all votes. We're going to let y'all know what's going on with the community, what we doing in the community. So, we got the Family Fun Day, July 19th. All right, is it going to be here?
Yes, sir.
All right, it's going to be at the school. All right, contact us for the address 855-484-4842, extension 751. All right. We also still continuing 31 days of camp. We got 3 days left with that. We hitting different areas throughout the city, in the hood, you know, everywhere. We everywhere. You can see us face to face on the street. Also, let's not forget, this is a standing challenge. Week to week, we challenge you listeners, man, that still go to church, to still, you know, attend a mosque, or wherever you go, or whoever is teaching you doctrine. Put them to the test. You know what I'm saying? Put them to the test. See if they can stand against the truth that we're talking. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if what we're saying over validates what they're teaching you. All right, put them to the test. All right, so once again, a contact info for our school to get in contact with us, chill with us, kick it with us, learn from us. You know what I'm saying? Be built up by us and with us. Is 855-484-4842, extension 751. Once again, 855-484-4842, extension 751. Also, for everybody that uses YouTube, we need y'all to subscribe immediately, because the stuff that we talked about today, especially the Max Kellerman stuff, Bishop Nathaniel, they went over it for hours last night. You go watch him, you were tripped out by us. You really gonna be tripped out. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be released on IUIC in the Classroom YouTube. So subscribe to that. Also, IUIC events, you get to see videos of us traveling, pushing the word in Africa, Europe, you know what I'm saying, the islands, everywhere. All right, subscribe to that. And also, last but not least, IUIC Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? You can see us doing our thing on the streets and more. All right, so subscribe to that immediately. All right, shout out to Patient Saints Radio, which is every Sunday live on IUIC Classrooms, Facebook and YouTube and Periscope. All right, they come before us. Central Time is like 9 to 11:30. All right, so tune into them every Sunday before us. Also, you got Four Corners News every Thursday. All right, it's like around 7:30 Central Standard Time. You got Captain Zakor in the Miami camp. You know what I'm saying? They like how we do the reality radar. They do a whole 2 hours covering the current events and topics dealing with our people. All right, and don't forget, thank God it's Friday to line up with Deacon Yawasop, Deacon Laba, Deacon Abiel, and Deacon Asaph. All right, don't forget that as well. So, next week, we going to be back. Trust me, look, hey, we social distancing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to be Lord's willing, man. No more mandatory quarantine stuff. We going to be back. And when we come back,
bring it out.
You know what I'm saying? We going to deal with, you know, because, you know, summer 2020, it wasn't like last year because, you know, the coronavirus.
Right.
I think it might have been a judgment. What was last summer, Jonah? What was introduced last summer?
Hot girl summer.
Hot girl summer.
Hot girl summer.
I ain't never heard of a hot girl since, you know what I'm saying, 1999. With I need a hot girl.
You from New Orleans.
So, yeah, but they brought that back to life with that nonsense last year when a whole lot of hot girls did a whole lot of hot stuff and you know what I'm saying, they turning the hot pockets down there. So,
got the Rona.
you know what I'm saying? I think God really, you know, sent the judgment of the coronavirus. A part of it was to stop this summer from being another hot girl summer. But, you know, maybe that's just my theory. You know, we just going to see, you know, if God approves of a hot girl summer. You know what I'm saying? We're going to dress all the, you know, the influential black women nowadays and the stuff they pushing and, you know, what they trying to get our black women to indulge in nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Lord's willing. We might talk about it. You could change. You never know. But, you know what I'm saying, just know it's going to be very interesting, very entertaining, very educating and enlightening as well, all right? So with that being said, we love y'all. Hey, see y'all next week, Lord's willing,
Yes,
on
sir.
Let's Talk Truth,
Truth
Radio.
Radio.
All right? Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.